Edge Match. You're at Edge Match. Edge Match. Don't miss Edge Match. Don't miss Edge Match. You're at Edge Match. Edge Match. Don't miss Edge Match. Don't miss Edge Match.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another EduLaunch, EduLaunch. We are so excited for our authors today. They have some amazing content in their books, and I'm really excited to talk to them. They have a bunch of exciting personal things going on, too, since one has a baby, one's on spring break. Like, how much fun is that? So we're going to talk to Dr. Matt Rhoads and Becky Lim today. They are authors of our newest release, Amplify Learning, a global collaborative amplifying instructional design. And that is a mouthful, but I know you guys are going to talk a little bit more and dig into that. So again, welcome in. And if you could just tell anybody out there who maybe hasn't heard of you, I can't imagine there's anyone, but just in case, a little bit more about yourselves, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. I'll kick us off. So my name is Becky Lim. I am a digital learning coach in the Chicagoland area at in elementary school setting. I recently moved from LA where I was an instructional coach, and I'm currently working with educators on implementing EdTech in the classroom in meaningful and impactful ways while aligning to curriculum and instruction. Yeah, so that's just a little bit about me.
All right, thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Matt Rhoads. I'm from San Diego, California, and I am a very similar boat as Becky, although just different settings and content. So I am an instructional leader and EdTech integrationist for a consortium of adult schools, kind of like the district office level, working with teachers, schools on EdTech integration, strategy integration, along with helping making organizational decisions. And I also spend time teaching student teachers in a dual language and English language learner program, as well as chair dissertations for doc students. So quite a little bit, but all relating to a lot of the content that this book and other books are discussing.
Yeah, awesome. And what a fantastic marriage between like somebody who is in the classroom, is working with teachers within that setting, and then somebody who's providing that professional learning, so that you really have that entire view of what a teacher is going through on a day-to-day basis. And you know, you've definitely brought that into your book in a very practical guide of how to do these things. So so what inspired you both to write Amplify Learning, a global collaborative amplifying instructional design? I'm going to create you guys an acronym. I'm just saying.
Right.
We need another one.
Yes. Matt, do you want to kick this one off?
Yeah, so essentially the book itself, I've been doing a lot of work on just my own experiences and my own research of integrating instructional strategies to amplify learning, but I wanted to provide an opportunity for educators across the world to share what they're doing in all their different types of setting, from K-16, so all the way from kindergarten all the way up to university, because I think the strategies are basically timeless and means that it doesn't matter what the age of student is. It's just a matter of how you integrate it with the content and the skills that you're trying to teach your students. And I just want educators to share what they're doing, and they're just doing marvelous things across the world in this space, and just want to provide an opportunity to learn from them, as well as provide Becky and I a little bit of our own spin and analysis, and just amplify their voices. So that's essentially kind of the goal of this book in the series.
Definitely. And I'll just add to that. So this initially, as Matt was saying, kind of started with his idea. It was like, let's bring in as many educators as we can. He and I connected through social media initially, and I found that it would be nice to have because Matt came from more of the high school level, and I'm definitely more elementary level, to have both of us come together while going through the edits and adding in our own voices to showcase both the high school and elementary level. So that's where I came on board, and then helped bring in more educators from around the world. A lot of educators that I had met through Google education groups, through social media, just through different interactions. And so it's been nice being able to collaborate together and bring in multiple voices and different grade perspectives.
Yeah, for sure. And that's one of my favorite things about the book is that you guys have your voices in it, but then you have the voice of an educator who's still in the classroom, most likely, who's doing these things with students, or an instructional coach who has worked with the teacher who has done the things with students. And it's a really just powerful testimony to how these things really work, for boots on the ground people. And so I love that about the book, but then you also have your little tidbits in there that bring your expertise in it. And it's just a great combination of all of those things.
Thank you.
So obviously, instructional technology is very important to both of you since you both live it every day and write about it and do all those things. But why is it important to you?
I'll jump this one off with saying the biggest reason is, and I read this or saw this on a TED Talk, I think I've seen it in other places, but we're truly preparing students for jobs that don't exist right now.
Mm-hmm.
So our kindergartners coming in are going to be joining the work field in new professions that are going to include technology. I don't think there's anything out there right now that doesn't include any bit of technology. And so bringing in EdTech in a way that's going to support our students beyond K-12 or K-16 education, along with being able to knock down the barriers of the classroom. So knock down those four walls and truly integrate technology in meaningful ways where students are utilizing coding, but not just so they can say they did their hour of code that year, but they're utilizing coding to better understand life cycles and to better understand the core content that's happening. So for me, that's probably the reason this is the most important to me.
I would just say, just to add on that, is that we're not talking about just the technology. We're really focused on the pedagogy and instructional strategies that are driving the tech.
Mm-hmm.
So tech is the accelerator, and that it's very teacher-centered in terms of the strategies, teachers driving what we're trying to do. So that's why it's really important to me, and just amplifying the voices in this book, because what they're doing is research-based and something that uses technology as a way to accelerate student learning and provide learning in all these types of educational classroom settings. So there's more equity as a result too.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. And the book is very pedagogically based and pedagogically sound in the recommendations that you give. And it just so happens that you're accomplishing that through technology, and I think secretly, one of the reasons why I love instructional tech so much is that excitement that kids get when they get to use it. Like that's as an elementary teacher, like I want to say, well, research says and pedagogy, but secretly it was that like excitement that kids would get when you would tell them to, get something out because you were going to do it. And all of the suggestions in the book are those kinds of things where you're going to say it and kids are going to get excited. So that was one of the reasons I love the book as well.
Thank you.
All right. So who is the audience for Amplify Learning, a global collaborative amplifying instructional design?
I would say that it's educators from kindergarten all the way through graduate school. So teaching students in whatever setting, if you're in person, online, blended, all these strategies and experiences and integrations are all things that educators can use regardless of grade level, content, and it's very helpful in amplifying just their lesson design just for any setting.
I would agree. I think it's for everyone, especially teachers who are just coming into the profession, first-year teachers, second-year teachers, but even our veteran teachers who have not really found their like niche or footing with integrating EdTech. It's helpful because it gives step-by-step on how to integrate. You can do little bits at a time. You can find that one chapter, that one focus you want to try on. You don't have to read it cover to cover and then go and try every strategy. So there's definitely a place for all educators in this book and the series.
Yeah, and that's an important point, is that you don't, it's sort of a, the way we used to use encyclopedias years ago when those were still a thing, you didn't just read an encyclopedia from cover to cover. You went to the thing that you needed at that moment. And that's sort of what, there's a lot of fantastic information that you guys put in the beginning of the book and that you weave in throughout it. But from the standpoint of, even being an overwhelmed teacher, I need a book and I need a strategy, and I can go to that one strategy that sounds good right now, and I can just read that, and I'm not going to be lost because it can be done all on its own. And so that's a really great point. All right, so this is always my favorite question because you guys get to branch out from just the book. What are the resources you suggest for readers, and where can they find you? Where can they find the resources? All of those things.
Yeah, definitely. So other resources that we do have our website, ampglobaledu.com. And on our website, we have monthly newsletters. Sometimes the monthly newsletters might be just a little bit delayed, like this month. I know Mandy was saying at the beginning, I had a baby at the beginning of the month who came a little bit early. So this month's newsletter has been delayed, but usually they're monthly. And we also have on our website different live streams that we've done with some of the contributing authors. We're going to continue to post those on there. We have blogs that educators have submitted around certain topics. So those are on there. It's really going to be a hub of resources and places to get more than what you would get within the one book that we're currently launching. And then Matt, I'll let you share about the rest of the books.
Yeah, so there's not only this book coming out, but there's going to be a second, third, and fourth book coming out that are all related to strategies that you can do in reading, writing, math, computer science, robotics, working with multilingual learners, working with students that are neurodivergent. I mean, there's every little niche that you can think of that we're incorporating all these research-based strategies with tech to amplify learning. So we're really excited about that and just highlighting all those educators, all those strategies to really hopefully, just improve our students' experience regardless of where they are in the world and what type of classroom setting they're in.
Yeah, so the beauty of this is that not only do you have like the website and the first book, but there's an entire series of books that when you read this one, you're like, wow, that's fantastic. I need more. We gotcha. We're already planned for more. We have 3 more books coming along with all of the other amazing resources. So we're really, really excited for this collaboration in general, not only for the 4 books or for the first book, but for the 4 books as well. And so is there anything else that where's I know they can find you on AMP Global. Are there any, I think you have personal websites. Where else can they find you?
Yeah, definitely. So you can find me on Twitter at Tech with Becky, or on my personal website, techwithbecky.com. I keep it all pretty simple, just Tech with Becky. And please do connect on Twitter. I like to go on there to connect with other educators, ask questions, and learn from everyone else. And I also like to share resources. So I find it's a good place to put resources out there. If I've created something, I'll put it up because I want to just share that with others who may be in need.
Very cool.
And yeah, you can find me on Twitter at MattRhoads1990. My website is MatthewRhoads.com. I have a blog and podcast as well. Love posting and interacting with educators. Just trying to connect, provide content, collaborate, work together. And I hope to connect with you online.
All right, that is amazing. And of course, you can find their first book today, launching today, and you can find it anywhere books are sold. So Barnes & Noble, Amazon, you can find it on edumatchpublishing.com. And you can also order bulk orders, friends, bulk orders of these books. At just 10 books, we give a huge discount. And so if you would like a discount on bulk orders, you can contact Dr. Sarah Thomas at EduMatchBooks at edumatchers.org. It is scrolling around the bottom of along the bottom of the screen, and you can ask her about our only 10 bulk book orders for a huge discount. And so Becky and Matt, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations on the launch of your books and just really the start of this huge project that you guys have going on. Of course, we here at EduMatch are humbled to be a part of that, and we thank you very much. And for all of those EduMatchers out there, go ahead and check out this book and have yourself an amazing day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.